But let's continue now with our coverage of what's happening across KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng, and this with the regard to the cleanup operations in the aftermath of the looting sprees and unrest that we've seen over the past few days. So Leanne has been in Alexandra. Let's cross to her to find out the latest. And we saw earlier community have been, of course, getting members together to try and start this cleanup operation. Leanne, I see you've now moved to inside the mall, so let's find out what's happening.
Thanks very much, Sakina. Yes, indeed. Moving inside the Alex Mall. We've been moving fast this morning. So we went away from the Pan-African Mall, and now we are, which was, as you saw, completely destroyed. Alex Mall, however, a different story altogether. This mall managed to stand and withhold all of the looters, and that is quite an incredible story to tell, because a lot of the U-Serve, the garage, the petrol station right next door to Alex Mall has been completely decimated. So the fact that we are seeing it here operating is quite incredible. I've got Lucky with me, who is the centre manager. I want to ask them how they got through this and how they're feeling operating under these circumstances. Lucky, how did you manage to avert the chaos that we've seen around Alex?
Well, Leanne, we were surprised because these things, it's orchestrated and well organized. You got groups that start this thing as a distraction, but they target ATMs, safes, strong rooms. So on that day when I was called from home, because we got this intel in the community to tell us, so I was called from home. I came here at about 20 to 7. They will start burning the tires behind the mall, surrounding the mall, with 40 kumbis to 50 kumbis, mostly Zulu speaking, hiding in the yards. So we came in, I spoke to my guys, I said, guys, because you have seen everything, you know when they leave a mall, how does it look? It's nothing, it's just a shell. And we are the only people standing, and what about our communities? Look, like now you see a crane is coming for medication. We can't have problems in South Africa and extra add other ones. So I told them, we fight for our community, our livelihood, and a dignity for our people who work here and stuff, that it flows to the community, because if these people lose jobs, it affects the community. So we said, first we put our community first, our lives will come after. So I told them, guys, today we die tonight, or we come back with our lives, but the mall must remain standing. Then when we went out, because at that day we were about 8, the mall security, including me and my partner, and then there were 8 SNADF, but they couldn't shoot because their mandate is not to shoot, because they are given state-issued bullets. So us as people from here, we had to shoot for ourselves to survive, so we had to hit people. So they broke the gates and they broke behind ShopRite. That's when we saw this is serious. Then that's when we made a small prayer, said, God forgive us if we're going to kill people or hurt people, and we started shooting. And when we were emotional because we only saw the next day being an ash. So that motivated that we can't have an ash here, as you see it standing. So that night we came back with our lives and we achieved. And here it is. You can see for yourself. We are humbled as we see our mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers having. It's like we are normal here. It never happened. And this is how we feel now. We can walk tall to say we have served the community of Alexandra, and we're still serving it, and we'll serve them forever.
Let's walk up a little bit, because we came inside. Lucky was kind enough to allow us inside and access inside into the mall. The idea is you open under these very, very tense conditions. Aren't you nervous?
After the attack, we're normal, we're human beings. My wife called the whole night, my family, people who know us, because this thing started about 9, it ended up 4, 5 a.m. We will shoot, they will run away, come back, and they will tell us, get finished with bullets. Yeah. So we'll make calls in the community, bullets will be smuggled into the mall, and we kept fighting, and fighting. We lose bullets, we give bullets, we get bullets, and then we fight until 4 a.m., until they gave up. And then we knew that we have won. So
have you won? I ask you this because it's still tense outside. I mean, at any moment something could happen, but you're still letting people in.
People who are outside, they are not a threat to us. Leanne, if we can fight for the mall at night, during the day, you can't touch us. Yeah. And the community have learned that they can't allow people to come and damage here. As you see, it benefits them. And this is what we want. This infrastructure is here for that. No other purposes. You get clicks. Within 2 weeks, people will be getting grants here. Our old people get grants from ShopRite, Pick n Pay. Imagine they don't have it anymore. How many jobs will be lost? So we still say this must give dignity to people of Alexandra. They've already suffered a lot with what happened at Pan Africa. So if we look at this, they do this, they go up and down, we are okay.
So just to ask you, in terms of operations, I see the rest of the shops are closed. Perhaps they're only open at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So ShopRite, Pick n Pay, they're getting deliveries, they've got food, they've got stock. I see queues.
ShopRite said to me they've lost 50 shops around with looting and stuff. So I said, I'm here before the mall is standing. What makes you afraid to operate? But I'll open the mall. Any tenant who wants to will decide. But I won't let others, like the anchor shops, not provide food. Bread. Pick n Pay, ShopRite, bake bread. For less, imagine somebody has to walk to Crystal and the bread is 28 rand now. Here, the baked bread is 9 rand. So people mustn't go hungry. And they will start respecting this space and owning it.
How long do people queue for outside? Because that's what attracted us here. We saw this queue of hundreds of people trying to get in.
The next day we didn't open. So my company, Exemplary, because you know the insurance and then everything still going, the tension was still there, they were skeptical. So I let the day finish. Then overnight I woke up, I called my marketing man, I said, go to your laptop, tell people I'm going to open. So she went and she had to report head office. So head office, immediately there was a conference call to say, we are skeptical, you're safe, your lives, please can we? I said, no. If we don't open, we show fear. These people don't control our lives. These are criminals, pure criminals. They can't dictate our lives. I'm going to open that mall. All I need is Exemplary, my head office, my operational man, Conrad Wilson, Jason, McCormick, Pete, Peter, Matt, the whole office. I asked for their support and backup. They said, okay, go ahead and do it. But if anything happens, you know, you always do that, shut the mall down and lives, save lives. We went there, I opened, and then I closed at 2 p.m. the first day. I was just testing. And other tenants came, others went back. Yesterday, it was magic. Because when I see queues, I become emotional. I was like, now we are saving our people. This is the purpose, but it's just that we're saving them under duress. It's not normal. So, as you see, we're standing, we are proud of it. While it can save its people, because that's its purpose. Not to be a shell, or tomorrow it looks like it's a ghost town here. No. We said we'll lose our lives for this mall.
You got friends meeting each other. Look at the happiness. I mean, you know, these people are happy. They're able to get their things. They're able to get bread, to get milk, to get everything. Have you seen people bulk buying, like buying massive?
When they come out, I always tell them, we are not opening for 2 days. We're gonna open. Just take what you need. Tomorrow is still a day. Yes.
Lucky, I can't thank you enough for what you've done. You guys are amazing. I think we need more South Africans like you. And other guys that I've met here in Alex, I've never met such passionate people that they want to make this happen. And they're doing it.
Right in Alex. That picture, there by the door. Yes, it's the first black advocate. It's my uncle.
That's your uncle.
So I was born and bred here. That's why it was personal to me to protect this mall at all costs.
I can feel that. I can feel it. Give me a elbow bump. You're awesome. You're awesome. And to Japan as well. Lucky, thank you. And thanks for letting us in. Yeah, we'll make our way out. Thank you. How awesome are these people? I mean, it's just the feeling and the sense that I've got here, Sakina, from so many people, is that the small element that is bad is small, but the big element that is good is amazing. And it's quite incredible. I mean, people are coming, they're getting their shopping, they're queuing outside. It's very, very orderly. And, I mean, there's no bulk buying. It's people leaving with a couple of packets and making sure that they get the necessities. They are opening, they are operating, and they are doing what they want to do. Move this economy and just live. That's what South Africans, when you speak to the majority of South Africans, that's what they want to do, is just live, but not in fear. And that's the reality. So I think a really nice story to bring you here, at least this one mecca of a building almost, if I can call it that, standing in and amongst so much destruction. And this is wonderful to see Alex moving this morning. All right, let me hand it back to the studio. Perhaps one more crossing before we say goodbye to you on this Friday.
Indeed, wonderful, Leanne, to see a bit of a good news story. You know, people actually happy given the grim pictures of looting and destruction that we've noticed over the last few days. I must also just tell you that